Everyone's always told me who I am, and I let them. She wants, she thinks. And most of the time they were wrong. They had no idea what I said, wanted, thought.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most effective portrayals of being deaf or hard of hearing in movies and TV. For this list, we'll be looking at the best portrayals of deaf or hard of hearing characters throughout different forms of media. Is there any character that you'd add to our list? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Millicent Simmonds as Reagan, A Quiet Place franchise. Set in a future where aliens roam the Earth and the human survivors must live in silence in order to avoid detection, A Quiet Place was the breakout horror movie of 2018. A deaf actress named Millicent Simmonds plays Reagan in the franchise. She uses American Sign Language and lip reading throughout. Seeing her family communicate with her was great for representation by itself. At the time, watching Reagan boldly tackle the world with courage and determination was incredible to see. Her character plays a significant role in turning the tide against alien invaders during the franchise. And since Simmonds also helped teach her co-stars how to sign, she's been a great influence in real and fictional worlds. Number 9. General Amaya, the Dragon Prince.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Extremely safe. Safe and alone.
The team behind this animated Netflix series set out to create an inclusive fantasy world. Fan favourite General Amaya is a great example of representation done right. Amaya is a deaf woman who communicates through American Sign Language.
If the elf realizes we followed them, she'll take the prince's lives. We need to be careful.
She is the aunt and protector of central characters Princes Callum and Ezran, commander of an outpost, and the kingdom's most trusted ally. Her loyal friend and deputy, Commander Gren, translates for the audience.
I don't believe in Lux.
While her deafness is integral to her character, it's not depicted as a weakness, and she is never treated as an inferior because of it. She's simply just a powerful and well-rounded character. Number 8. Shoshana Stern as Dr. Lauren Riley, Grey's Anatomy.
I'm Dr. Lauren Riley.
Right.
I'm here for a consult with Dr. Meredith Grey.
In 2020, Shoshana Stern became the first deaf doctor on long-running medical drama Grey's Anatomy. The showrunners invited the actress into the writing room to help Dr. Lauren Riley feel authentic and realistic. Her character was created to be someone who is the best in her field, not in spite of her deafness, but because of it. As well as lip reading, Dr. Riley uses American Sign Language and communicates with patients and other staff via an interpreter on a tablet.
It's MAS, macrophage activation syndrome. Her white cells are eating her other blood cells.
The character was popular with fans and real hard-of-hearing medical professionals. While she may be the first deaf doctor on a network show, we have a feeling she won't be the last.
You may have noticed that my ears don't work. But because of that, I have learned to listen with my whole body.
Number 7. Ruby's Family, CODA. A remake of French film La Famille Bélier, CODA follows a girl from a working-class fishing family whose parents and brother are culturally deaf. The film explores the experience of being a child of deaf adults, hence CODA, and Ruby's growing ambition to study music. Oscar-winning actress Marlee Matlin plays Ruby's mother. She fought for deaf actors to be cast in the principal roles. Daniel Durant's Leo was fantastic, and Troy Kotzer's Frank drew Golden Globe buzz. CODA was praised for its performances and the nuanced depiction of the deaf characters. They're small business owners that are also flawed, funny, and very physically active people. And after you see Ruby singing for her father in the film's most touching scene, you'll fall in love with this family.
No looking back for us.
We got love, sure enough, that's enough. Number 6. Rose's Couples Choice Dance, Strictly Come Dancing. Rose Ayling-Ellis was the first ever deaf contestant on this star-studded dance competition. She carried away the Glitterball trophy in a year of strong competition. Known for her role on long-running London soap EastEnders, Rose also uses British Sign Language. Throughout the show, an interpreter translates for her. While she originally kept time in her dances by counting, she grew in confidence and simply followed her dance partner Giovanni while feeling the music. Rose taught Gio some sign in return that helped with training and was even incorporated into their routines.
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
I love crazy.
For their couple's choice dance, they included a section in silence to give the audience a glimpse into Rose's world. Rose's stunning season on Strictly Come Dancing gave us a new and unforgettable perspective.
So if you want the truth.
Number 5. Patty Duke as Helen Keller, the miracle worker. Based on Helen's autobiography and the play by William Gibson, The Miracle Worker stars Anne Bancroft and Patty Duke. This classic biographical drama tells the story of deaf and blind author and disability rights activist Helen Keller and her close friendship with teacher Anne Sullivan.
Finally back to where I can touch you. Touch and go. Well, no love lost. Here we go.
Anne taught Helen to read, speak, and understand language by using methods like spelling out letters on her hands. Although the journey forward is difficult, Anne keeps breaking down communication barriers to help Helen make sense of the world. Both lead actresses won an Oscar apiece for their roles, and the breakthrough scene where Helen first understands the word water is still as iconic and moving today as it was when it was first released.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Number 4. Katie Leclerc as Daphne Vasquez, Switched at Birth.
You're 1,000 times smarter than any of those hearing kids who used to tease you and make you feel stupid.
It's not gonna be like that. I'm not 5 years old anymore. I don't need you to protect me.
This ABC drama, following 2 switched at birth teens, was celebrated for featuring multiple hard of hearing regular actors like leading lady Katie Leclerc and her best friend Sean Birdie. After Daphne Vasquez and Bay Kinish realised that they were switched at birth, their two families are brought together. Their union leads to a bit of a culture clash because of Daphne's experiences with hearing loss.
This is between me and Regina.
No, it's not! We are all in this, okay? And we are all getting tired of you lashing out at her!
She communicates in ASL and attends a deaf school. Both girls battle with their identities. At the same time, the families find it difficult not to judge the choices made for their biological kids. Ultimately, they embrace each other, and the Kinish's gradual use of sign language becomes the norm. It's great to see a teen show highlight an underrepresented community.
I wonder which is the best way to go.
Number 3. Marlee Matlin as Sarah Norman, Children of a Lesser God.
You've been angry since you were a little girl. You didn't want to hurt again, so you used your anger to push me away.
Marlee Matlin has grown into probably the most prolific deaf actor of recent years. She had roles in critically acclaimed movies such as CODA. Matlin was a series regular on Switched at Birth and memorably played as Joey Lucas in The West Wing.
I heard. How'd you hear? I hear everything. It was a stupid joke. But I don't get a sympathy laugh?
The film in which she made her name was the 80s romantic drama Children of a Lesser God. During the story, a deaf woman working as a janitor and a teacher fall in love, despite their conflicting ideas. Admittedly, the reception of the film from the community it was representing was mixed, but most would agree that it was an important step forward.
Until you let me be an I the way you are, you can never come inside my silence and know me.
Number 2. Lauren Ridloff as Makari, Eternals. While the original Makari was a hearing white man, the role was played by a deaf woman of colour in 2021's Eternals. Lauren Ridloff was a revelation as Marvel's first deaf superhero. Makari has superhuman speed and strength because she is one of the immortal Eternals who is tasked with protecting humans from the relentless deviants. Throughout the film, she's presented as one of the funniest and mischievous members of the cast.
Did you miss me?
I'm sorry, what are we watching? Because this are you two?
This new because I hate it.
In the wake of her appearance, there were reports that 250% more people searched how to learn sign language. Lauren Ridloff, who's been deaf from birth, was blown away by the positive response to the character.
Growing up, I didn't see much of myself on the screen, let alone it being a superhero.
She definitely deserves every ounce of credit for her fantastic superhero debut. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Sayori Hayami as Shoko Nishimaya, a silent voice the movie. An award-winning animation with a deaf character in a starring role. Gabriella, the Little Mermaid TV series. A deaf Latina mermaid who communicates in ASL was extremely welcome.
I don't want to cry, but I'm so sad. I wanted to sing to express my feelings. Happiness, sadness, love. You express yourself beautifully, Gabriella, with sign language.
Deanne Bray as Sue Thomas FBI, a drama based on the real experiences of a deaf FBI agent.
You don't hear anything? Are you reading my lips?
With you, it's a little tougher because of your mustache, but yeah.
Well, I'll be darned. And the dog is trained to help.
He lets me know when the phone or doorbell rings.
Santa signs for Sammy, Miracle on 34th Street, the most touching scene in this classic Christmas movie.
Do you know Jingle Bells? Yeah. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh.
Riz Ahmed as Reuben Stone, Sound of Metal, a critically acclaimed film about a drummer who loses his hearing.
And the hearing that you have lost is not coming back.
You have to understand, your first responsibility is to preserve the hearing you have.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Maisie Sly as Libby, the silent child.
When you have a child, you want them to be normal. You want them to be perfect.
She is normal, Sue. She's just deaf.
This Oscar-winning British short film was written by and stars Rachel Shenton. It follows Libby, the youngest child in a hearing family. She lives a life of silence until a social worker begins to teach her sign language. Deaf actress Maisie Sly gives a heartbreaking performance as the child branded as difficult and sullen. While she comes alive when given that much-needed attention, her support system is removed by parents who fail to fully understand her needs. The short ends with the statistics that 78% of deaf children attend mainstream school without specialist support in place. Its plea for sign language to be recognised in schools was tremendous, but none of it would have worked without the film's complex portrayal of a deaf character.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.